Well, welcome everyone to the first round of BUSR. I am new here. I am LTU. Pleasure to
And
meet
I'm
you,
Doom.
Rayson. And
Me.
and oh, my bad. Go on.
Um, well, no, you go on now because I don't know how to start these.
Well, nor do I. But it's the first time for everything. I'm LTU. Great to be first time comment. Nice. Looking to bring you some great BUSR action here.
Yeah, but I think this will be a pretty exciting race. I like this track quite a bit, and I believe this is the top lobby, right? So all the best races.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, competition is very fit. You have the likes of Deadeye. They're crazy fast, and you'll see the gap not be very big, and you'll see DRS train close racing throughout, hopefully, and maybe weren't quite there in the pace last year. Are this year? Well, this season, someone else fighting up. But yeah, Bahrain, great track. I always find there's great racing. You got DRS detection, plenty of opportunity, and a bit of room there for strategy.
yeah, definitely. And is this the one that's done in the nighttime as well?
Yes, this is a night race, so we'll be seeing a pretty shiny car.
Yeah,
Go. Yeah, I mean, last season was incredibly close. You had Deadeye, who would actually you could call him a veteran now of the beat. Was very actually it was kind of off for Deadeye. It was very inconsistent. He had a lot of incidents. Front wing would break. He DNF'd 2 or 3 times, so really just let him out of the run. I believe he finished fourth in the end. It was quite weird to see. He'd always been leading.
well, maybe we'll see accidents. Who knows? Racing can get pretty crazy as we.
It can, and it's the first race of the season. Maybe people looking to make a first impression, or maybe someone looking to be a bit safer.
Qualifying should start in just a minute.
I'm hearing that my mic is cutting out a bit. How does it sound? I'll up the gain a bit there. Sorry if I get a bit louder. Well, I'm excited for qualifying. I'm interested in practicing here in the off season. Really been nailing those out of them.
I'd imagine most people practicing in the last week
Yeah,
leading up
for
to this.
sure. Yeah, like a last minute thing. Like, oh yeah, I know there's a lot of people dedicated. You're putting the practice up. Last season, I was always sort of fourth, probably below. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna bash some time trial out, and ended
Yeah, very nice.
very if practicing, I think they could make a shocking impression on it. Looking forward to qualifying.
Yeah, I think that will tell us quite a bit about who's practicing others, and we'll be able to make some predictions.
Yeah, yeah. I'm it'll be interesting to see. I just want to get to it, to be honest. I don't want to wait around anymore. I hope they get in it. We can run through, have a look. I'm gonna look for any that was. So we got Deadeye back. Have numbers. Him. Callum Teasdale's back. Dasher. A lot of reoccurring names. Atcher. I think Wilson was there. Matty Mumu very quick. Um, but we have TKO Survivor. Just a lot of reoccurring names. Looking to impression. I know I've heard that we're missing Lou this race. Last season's champion, but do get a drop. So I believe there are 7 or 8 races in drop one. One will be taken off. So we're uni students. We have other parties to.
Definitely, and especially if like second or third, what to do.
Oh yeah, I mean it's part of the reason I'm not racing third year. very brutal. I don't think I have the time to
Luckily, I'm
drive.
only first year. I didn't. I wasn't able to make time for F1. Unfortunately, I was planning to, and then
Yeah, very busy first year.
um,
I'm finding it.
oh, it could be better. I think in terms of busyness, but I definitely have time to play games and stuff.
Oh, mate, there's always time for games.
Yeah,
Yeah, looking forward to it. Ollie in a sec. Drivers are loading in. But it'll be interesting to see who has the right setups. You know, obviously around Bahrain, you're going to be running, I'd say, pretty low downforce. You want to reduce the drag as it's a very big. So you do have
wide
the very,
corners.
yeah, have the very tough middle sector. Generally a low downforce, and if you put too much drag on that car, going nowhere. You can very quick middle sector, but there's no overtaking option. So even if you do have DRS, ERS, you a low downforce sector, very important.
I don't actually know how to make setups properly in F1, so maybe you could explain things to people that also don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't really know either. I would kind of, I'd get like a base setup, and then I would tweak it to my driving style. I used controller, so it's a bit different to someone who's made a setup for a wheel. I think
Right.
the most I know of it is the wings. But yeah, so just hearing we're going into quali now. Very exciting stuff. Here we are. Numbers out on the track. Jareki in the Alpine. Who else have we got out? We got Doey. All eager to get out, set this banker lap. You know, you want to get a decent banker lap in case anything else would happen in the rest of quali.
Everybody's running soft tires over.
Yeah, I think soft tires are the way to go. Unless you have the absolutely rapid pace. You might see the likes of Mati Mumu, Deadeye running the mediums. Go for that nicer one stop and be quicker towards the end of the race. New names in here. The Game's Geek, Donut Hole, Mad Dog, Georgina. All coming
I
out.
like those names.
I do. Mad Dog. I wonder if he's going to be aggressive, live up to his name. Donut Hole. Does that mean like a whole donut or the hole inside of it?
Well, the spelling would suggest that it's a whole donut. Maybe he eats the donut whole.
Oh, you know what? I never thought of that. Well, so who's going to be at the front here? Who's going to be setting our first lap of the day? Got Mad Dog on an invalidation in the Williams, rocking the number 40. Will we be on board with him? Okay, on board with Jareki, down into turn one. Very hard braking, usually down into second gear. You want a short shift off to third. You really want to nail those chicanes here onto the first DRS straight. Down into turn four. You want to down to third, get a very smooth exit. Get straight as you can here into sector two.
Take advantage of those curbs.
Very easy to spin there on the outside. Very easy. Nice, down into second. You just want to clip the apex there. Looks like he had a bit of oversteer coming out. A little correction. Now into one of the hardest corners in the game, turn 10. You really want to nail the brake in here. It looks like he's done a decent job. Short shift off to third, yeah. Make sure you get that DRS on, very important.
Now into one of my favorite corners on this track.
Yeah, that's big turn 11. Really satisfying to get it right.
Mm.
And here in turn 13, you have that inside curb you got to watch out for because you will spin. But it's looking like a very clean lap here from Jareki. It looks very tidy. We'll see how he compares to the others. I'm liking it. Down into turn 14 and the very subtle turn 15. You want to get early on the power. Very nice, not bad, Jericho. Setting the bar for the first lap of the Spring Championship with a 27.7.
Very
Not
impressive.
bad. All numbers goes almost 2/10 quicker. With Mad Dog just about topping Jericho there. Oh, and we have Wilson out. I wonder where that's happened. I think that is the auto spin curb I've just been talking about. Yep, that was turn 13, as I was just mentioning. You touch a wheel on that inside, you're a passenger. That is like an ice rink. Unfortunate there for Wilson. Hopefully he'll be able to make a race. Mazza comes across the line. Coming in third with a 26.9. Donut Hole currently with the benchmark of a 26.8. Decent lap.
Everything is within 2 seconds, so I think the competition is going to be pretty good tonight.
Oh, indeed. Matty Mumu taking pole there. 2/10 clear. Almost 2 or 3/10? I can't math. Of Donut Hole. 3. But here's Deadeye, veteran now of the BUSR, the next champion. Where will he be? That purple second sector? As he's coming towards the end of this lap here. What will he get? Oh my.
That is absolutely smashing.
Wow. That's the Deadeye I know. A 1:26.1. 3/10, almost 4/10 ahead of Matty Mumu there, who is not a bad driver by any means. And 7/10 of Donut Hole. We seem to have a spinner there again, the same turn 13. I wonder what's happened there to the Ferrari. It is Atcha. Unfortunately, he must have clipped the curb there again. So both the Ferraris getting caught out there.
That's very interesting, yeah.
Yeah,
I think if you say that Deadeye is next champion, I think he has a very good chance of winning this race, judging by his pace, having like pretty much the biggest difference between the next position.
Yeah, really. I mean, that has set the bar. I mean, that's the type of laps towards the end of the set. Really impressive in Deadeye. You know, I think he wants to come to this season and really just show that he is the best driver, that he will win and dominate like he... Obviously, last season, Deadeye had some very unfortunate incidents. Wasn't quite the Deadeye we used to know, but I think he's back and he means business. We have Donut Hole here, going on another lap. Is this a quick lap? I think we saw him starting the lap as he comes down now into the third sector, into the last turn. Again, you want to get early on that power, really. Oh, a bit of oversteer there. You kind of want to... Oh, he's pitting. Yeah. Well then. So, yellow flag in sector 3. That's probably Ferrari slowing down just to maybe get ready for a fast lap here. Do a little rundown of the order. Everybody has Callum Teasdale, 2 seconds off of Deadeye, going into the pits. Yep. Okay. That looked like an invalidated for the game ski. So he's probably gone. He's slowed down, saved the tires, built the ERS, and he's going again. So, a quick roundup. We have Deadeye, Matty Mumu, Donut Hole, Dasher in 4th. 5th, we have Bazza. 6th, Abroad G. Numbers in 7th. Atcha in 8th. Garricky in 9th. Mad Dog 10th. Callum Teasdale in 11th. 12th, we have JH13. In 13th, we have Dowie. 14th, TKO Survivor. And Wilson has unfortunately DNF'd after that unfortunate incident down there in turn 13. Someone just said, Ben Cowley in 13th now, overtaking Dowie. TKO Survivor, the Games Geek yet to set a lap, but here we are on board. What sort of pace does Games Geek have? I've not actually been keeping an eye on the sector times here, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it looks pretty good through those few corners there.
Yeah, he's looking. That was very clean out of a turn. I forget turn 13, but basically one corner, even though it feels like it. And nice. So he's looking to A 127.4, 7th place. Not bad for, I think, someone on their debut race
Yeah, I
in the
think that's
BUSR.
pretty average time tonight. The average time is looking around the 1 second mark, so that's plus 1 second mark, so that's looking pretty good for him.
It is, and I think a broad genie as well, new to the BUSR. You know, 6th, 7th. This is a competitive lobby. These are all very good drivers. You know, top. Just to be in this lobby, honestly, is impressive. So very good to be 6th and 7th. We have Ben Cowley. Will he be able to improve this? 128.9? Or is he just starting a lap? That is awkward. Oh no, or did he? I don't know. As we have Tico Survivor here down into turn 10. On a hot lap. Oh, very wiggly out of turn 10 there. He's definitely just wanting to get on that power to maximize time on the straight. Sweet in left-hander takes that very nicely. Watch out for turn 13. Already claimed the victim. Very nice out of there. You do want to take a lot of that curb and in the side.
Pretty clean as he's about to go into the final corner of the lap.
This could be a good time for into the pits. No, looking at the time, I think that would not have been too bad of a lap. Maybe he must have made a mistake somewhere. We have Matti Mumu, who was matching Deadeye in qualifying last season. He was up there. He even topped him sometimes. So it's very interesting what he could do here. The middle sector now. Again, I don't know if that's a bit of lag or if he's having wobbles here. Done out, interestingly, on the medium tyres. So, alternate strategy.
Yeah, very interesting. As you said, some of the faster people might choose him.
Yeah, and exactly, because the short tyre will not last too long. You will have to pit, and provided any safety cars, maybe you can get away with a one-stop. You're looking at most likely a two-stop, or if you are doing a one-stop with the softs, you will have to be driving very carefully to maintain those tyres. As Donut Hole tops Matimumu with a very impressive time there. Only almost 2/10 only off Deadeye. Matimumu does not improve, in fact, 7/10 slower than his time on the medium tyres. So I think he's going to have to go back in and just try and get pole on the softs. It looks like everyone's on the softs, I believe. Because we have another new name to the BUSR Mad Dog. Heading into the final straight here. Well, second to last. This is really the crunch time where you want to nail your best lap here. Track is nice and rubbered out. Oh, and he goes into but 14th, I'll bet he'll be wanting to improve that. Oh, yeah. Dasher, very familiar with the BUSR as well. In 4th place. Yeah, I think he's just starting a lap here. Will we be on board with it? I hope so. So down, hard braking at the 100-meter board down into second. Oh, okay. down into the first corner, into the pits, apparently. Well played, Dash. I'm assuming a disconnection there.
Possibly, yeah.
He's not going to be too happy about that, I don't think. There's not long left in the session. We have 4 minutes. He's going to want to recap fairly quickly. He wants to get another lap in. Luckily, he got sent straight back to the pits. No AI would take it. As we were with Doe here, the number 20, William. I quite like the Williams livery. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I do like the colors.
Yeah. Well, actually, I must admit, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh God," and then when it was on track, I was like, "You know what? I think they've done pretty well here." But I feel like I'll be feeling the same about the new McLaren. I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah.
Something strangely off with it.
Didn't they change the color to be slightly darker?
They did. I believe they went for a more fluorescent orange there. The huge logo slapped on it. I don't know what's weird about it. It's just the esports livery, however, is much nicer. I wish they actually used that. You just got the black and orange. There's Doe here. What can he do? Can he improve his time? P16 currently 5/10 quicker, but still, unfortunately, down in P16. 3.5 seconds off of Deadeye. That really just shows off the pace that this man has. Oh, he's actually on the mediums. This will be impressive if he improves this time on the mediums. That'll really be a statement of intent.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder how fast they'll manage to be in the race. If he's in first, then I'm sure he'll be able to match his qualifying time. But if not, then how much is he going to get slowed down by others on the track?
Yeah, you really just someone like Deadeye will really just want to get away, create a gap to the rest of the pack, not get held up in any inconvenient fights for positions. That will cost you seconds.
And others will be able to catch up then as well, and then you're just uncertain about the race.
Exactly, and you'll have DRS and you'll be under pressure, and then in turn you'll also use more tires. Whereas I think Deadeye is really someone who strives to just be at the front and then just get in the groove, set a string of laps, a string of consistent laps, and just smash it. I think that's more his driving style. I think that was Atcha. I don't know if I saw a glimpse of a purple sector there. I wonder what type of time he's set here. Oh, very nice.
Very
Up
fast.
into P8. Look at from first to 12th. They're all in the same second.
That is very impressive. This will be some very interesting competition.
Yeah, this will be close racing.
The smallest of mistakes will cost positions.
Oh, you break a front wing into turn 1? You not want that, trust me. That will set you back, I think.
You'll have a very hard time catching up for the rest of the race.
You will be sat there praying for a safety car.
Praying others will also make mistakes.
Oh, 100. But that's the thing. These drivers, they don't make many mistakes. As we have, is Jareki, was he on the lap? He is up to P8, so you now have the track evolving. The track is warmer, the tyres will stick better to it. So you should be expecting some quicker times here. As I think Donut is just starting a lap.
There's only a few seconds left of qualifying.
Oh, okay. So he's timed it pretty well there to get the perfect lap. I think, yeah. Deadeye's on an out lap. Did he make it? I think Deadeye just made it on the lap there. Yeah, he has made it. With 1 second to spare, it looks like. So I'm on about Donut getting the perfect timing here on the qualifier. Deadeye really timed that to perfection.
He probably had it all planned out for a few days now.
I can imagine there with his big spreadsheet of when I need to leave at the pits to get the perfect lap. So Dasha is going to remain, or provided no one overtakes him. Atcha, Abroad Gene, Mad Dog, the Gameski, Zoe, all finished. JH13 up to 6. Donut, and it looks like Donut is up on Deadeye's time. Will he be able to knock him out of pole position on his maiden race? Not quite.
So
Wow.
close.
So close. Can Matty Mumu do anything? Up into the final corner here. Want to nail the exit, get those last tenths. I mean, look how close that is. He does. He beats Deadeye by a tenth. What's Deadeye got to say about it? Deadeye coming up to the final, to the line. He does.
And he beats it again.
By 1.5 tenths. Wow. Well, that was a great final last laps there. A proper fight for pole. I mean, Donut, you got to compliment him. This is the first race in it. What's that? And he was up there, you know, fighting against the veteran Deadeye, and I probably scared Deadeye when he saw that pole position.
Yeah, definitely. I'd imagine it put a bit of extra pressure on him, and pressure can lead to mistakes, but it can also lead to incredible lap times.
Indeed, oh, that must. I would love to see an onboard of Deadeye's lap there, because
Definitely.
to beat that by a tenth as well, he must have beat time by
Yeah, something like that.
immaculate lap. Wow. So we have we'll round it up for you in a second here. But we know Deadeye's pole with Matty Mumu in second and Donut third. Great qualifying, right? Great start to the season.
Yeah, very exciting.
I'm looking forward to some close racing.
All right, and I believe we have the positions now. So we've got Deadeye in first, Matty Moo in second, Donut Hole in third, and Dasher in fourth.
And I'll run through to 10th here. We have Numbers in 5th for Mercedes. JH13 in 6th. Callum Teasdale rounding off P7. BUSR in 8th. Jariki in 9th place for Alpine. Atcha rounding out the top 10.
And then 11th in the final few places, we have Abroad Genie, 12th TKO Survivor, 13th Mad Dog, not quite as mad as we thought he'd be, and 14th The Games Geek.
Indeed, but no, first race, nerves could be running high. I mean, I remember I was there shaking in my boots. Mistakes
Yeah,
are
I'd be
prone.
shaking.
You got people watching you, perhaps for the first time. You really don't want to fail the quali. So you could see Mad Dog make some mad moves. Someone. But from Deadeye to the Games Geek, 1.5 seconds.
That is not a big difference, is it?
That is not. And, you know, maybe some people have adapted their setups more for the race, because you don't want too much of a quali setup, as that could really ruin your tires.
Yeah.
And you will be in a vulnerable position. As we're getting information in, there's going to be a new lobby. So thank you, Codemasters, for making us do this. I remember last season there was a lot of technical issues with lobbies.
I remember I joined for the in-between seasons, like casual races, and there were a lot of issues with lobbies in just the one race I joined in.
Oh, God. Yeah, so you'll have to bear with us for now. But I think we're not that boring, are we?
I'd hope not.
They're keeping you entertained. But yeah, wow. I am excited for this. I really am. But we can do some facts about Bahrain. Why not keep everyone entertained? Got some.
Oh, nice.
So how about you give me a guess? When was the first Grand Prix?
1958.
Nope.
Not even
2004.
close. Oh,
Not
wow.
even 2004. You're only about 60 years off. No stress. Yeah, 2004. first Bahrain Grand Prix, and they've recently just extended until 2036. I will be 35 years old by the time that contract runs out. I mean,
Counting.
yeah, makes me feel old, but
I'll
at the same
be
time,
I'll be 34.
34. God, that's kind of scary, eh? That's going to be right
Yeah.
around the corner. I will still be here at BUSR, eh?
Yeah.
Just commentating Bahrain. Okay. In 2005, who set the lap record for Bahrain? Still stands.
2005. Well, I'm really not sure about this one.
It's not actually that much of a well-known person, so I won't blame it. It was Pedro de la Rosa. Or de
I've
la
never even
Rosa.
heard of him.
Nor have I until I read that. Yeah, there you go. Some fun facts about Bahrain. And that's from the official F1 website there. So I'm fact checking. Correct.
Very
But
nice.
tell you what, we got a new season of BUSR, new season of F1 just around the corner.
Time
Just can't wait.
flies.
Can't wait. What's been your favorite livery so far? Have you been keeping an eye on the reveals?
Not particularly, no. I really should.
Yeah, I've got to say the Aston Martin looks unbelievable. And
I just like Aston Martin in general, so I am sure
fair.
I would like it.
Yeah, they've got rid of the. I think they had a bit of pink. They've got rid of that. They've changed the racing green up and put in a sort of a lime green like they do with their other cars,
All right.
and it is a work of art. Haas have copied the same livery, and so have Red. No shock there.
Oh
I've
yeah, that
uh,
looks
I've
really
I've
nice.
got on board, so I've decided to join in as well now.
Okay.
I've got some more Bahrain GP
Oh,
facts.
let's go. Let's go. Okay.
It was the host to the hottest race ever in F1
Whoa.
history,
How hot
with
was
a
that?
42.5-degree air temperature in 2005.
It's 26 degrees here in England. I'm dying. Oh my god.
Wonder how many people finished that. There was 6 people finished on the lead lap. There
I would've.
was 8
Who,
retirements. Only a couple were. There was 2 for engines, 2 for electrics, hydraulics, brake, clutch, and suspension.
no one got one for passing out.
No. Villeneuve, who failed due to suspension, still managed to beat the 2 Mahindras.
Wow. Okay. But did he start
That's,
Flintstoning it and was still quicker?
Nah, I think he retired 2 laps from the end,
Okay.
and the Mahindras managed to finish 3 and 4 laps down.
Wow, that's impressive. That's actually worse than Haas, right? At least Haas were only
Yeah.
2 laps down.
Yeah,
God.
that's the one race where Kimi was having his ice cream.
I don't blame him. To be fair though, in the cars you have you got a lot of wind going through, haven't you?
Yeah. It was also
Yeah.
the lowest attendance at a Grand Prix, tied with, many others at 0
Oh,
in
because
the
of
recent years.
mad. There's no people.
Yeah,
Was
there's
it-
no spectators, obviously.
Was this during? Wait, what year was
Yeah,
it?
yeah, during COVID, yeah.
Oh, that.
There's
Damn.
many races tied for 0 people.
Yeah. I mean, I went to Silverstone last year, and I still got the tan line, and I think I should be worried about it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hot. I think it might show up on stream. I don't know. I don't know how to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it
Can you
does.
see that?
Yep.
I'm on TV with my. It looked like a squashy. This is pure red, and it's still tanned from July.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I think I should probably say someone about that, to be honest.
Maybe.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
they
it
seem
was
to be the only 2 records for Bahrain. There's absolutely nothing else interesting here.
No.
on the Wikipedia article.
The circuit length is 5.412 112. If I had to say.
And is it 57 laps for a race?
It is
Yeah.
57 laps. That off the top of your head?
I remember playing the game, and it's just something I remembered.
Oh, you're a 100% sort of guy.
Yeah.
Wow. That, you know what? Dedication.
Yeah, Pedro
doing it
de la Rosa was he was in F1 for 13 years.
And no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
That's fair play. Fair play.
I remember him. He was he was quite a prominent figure throughout the whole Spygate thing, because he was one of the test drivers for McLaren that year.
Oh.
So there was a decent amount of stuff that happened during Spygate was in emails between him and Alonso, where they were referencing the red team's data.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that came up
Spygate
quite a bit. Yeah.
Hopefully, there's none of that going on in it. No one looking at setups or anything. Yeah. So, go on. I'm gonna test your maths, dude.
Are you sure you want to do that?
5.412 kilometers a lap. 57 laps. What is the race distance? Go on, Simba. You can try as well.
Oh, I already know, because every F1 race is the
You
same
have-
distance except Monaco.
Oh, okay. Quick maths, dude. I'll be very impressed. You can round it to the nearest whole number.
Can you repeat the numbers?
5.412 kilometers a lap.
Okay.
57 laps. I'll give you within 10, above or below. So 5.412 times 50.
My brain decided to stop working today. You see, I've been doing maths all day.
Oh
So,
god, yeah.
now my brain's just completely fried.
Honest, I couldn't do it anyway, to be honest. You want to know?
I feel like around 300.
That would be correct. You are within 10. It's 308.
Nice.
0.238. Damn. Get this man a master.
Yeah, every race
I'm doing a
is,
physics degree. Thank you very much.
Oh, damn.
They're all.
doing...
Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm doing graphic design. I don't need.
Yeah, they're all 305 kilometers.
Oh, okay.
Plus, like, one lap. So they just go over 305. Except
Yeah,
Monaco. Is 260.5.
Oh.
Because it would take too long to do 305 kilometers around Monaco.
That's fair enough, yeah. I for some reason I really don't like street circuit races. The road feels too narrow.
Yeah, especially in these last era of cars, right?
Yeah.
The cars are so wide. I mean, Monaco was, apart from like atmosphere of the venue and stuff, it was really, really quite ball fest. One overtake, I think, on track, and last season the other overtake by Seb because the strategy was interrupted by Lance Stroll.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going back to the smaller cars.
Yeah, these cars are essentially the same, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, like you got your 2000 sort of 8 era. Those cars were tiny. They were rockets on wheels, weren't they?
Yeah, that's like
and
what I
not
like
to
to go
mention
back
the
to.
cars are now a lot longer as well, so turning is harder.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think every single F1 fan can agree we miss that noise.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, what a noise. But you know what? The new one is not too bad. But it really doesn't compare. When I went to Silverstone, I saw the McLaren, Lewis's old one, around. And nearly burst my eardrums. But that's the price I'm willing to pay to listen to that.
I have to say I'm more of a rally fan myself than F1. The noise on that never gets old.
Oh, I do love the sound of those. So who's your favorite rally driver then? We've run out of Bahrain facts. So.
My favorite rally driver would probably be Sebastian Loeb.
Oh,
He's just
yeah,
come
yeah.
back to the WRC this year.
He won something.
Yeah, he won Monte Carlo this year.
Is that like a big deal? I'm not too educated.
It's one of the harder rallies in my opinion.
Okay. Did he win it with was it his son or something?
I'm not
Or
sure.
are you maybe
It's
thinking
a
of
new co-driver.
Race of Champions? It was on. He was taking
Yeah.
part in that as well.
I think
Yeah, he
so.
won the Drivers' Cup in the Race of Champions against Sebastian Vettel.
Oh, okay.
And then the day before that was the Nations, and that was Petter Solberg and his son won in the Nations Cup.
That's Solberg's a rally driver, right?
Yeah,
Maybe that's
yeah.
what I was thinking of with his son, because they do it together.
Yeah, they were they were up against the Americans. They were up against Jimmy Johnson.
NA driving.
Somehow, Jimmy Johnson manages to take a race against Petter Solberg's son on snow in a Porsche Cayman. That one kind of blew my mind, to be honest. I mean, that was a very impressive drive.
Didn't Lucas Blakely, the F1 esports driver, beat Sebastian Vettel?
Yeah.
What? Should we get Deadeye in there? I reckon Deadeye could do it. That was the only one I saw. I didn't really catch too much of Race of Champions, but I always regret it when I miss it. I just never know when it's on.
Yeah, it's quite nice, but yeah, it's like they need to kind of publicize it more. It was on really early as well.
It was in Sweden, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the time difference there?
It's only an hour to Sweden, I think.
Oh, okay.
And then
two
to
to
Finland. Yeah, it was on like midday or something, which I guess really isn't that early, but
it's early for uni students. Okay.
Yeah.
I wake up at 12. I'm like, oh, it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning.
I woke up at 2, sadly.
Oh, yeah. When you wake up at 2, you kind of you're like, well, there's no point doing any work today. There's no point.
That's basically how my day went today.
Yeah. It's so hard to motivate yourself to do work.
Yeah, I was woken up at 11:30 today, and I was told, "Oh yeah, you got a driving lesson in an hour." Like, oh, okay. Well,
that's the worst.
I guess I better get up and get ready for that.
I've been woken up once by my driving instructor knocking on my window. And I'm just like, what planet am I on? I've got to drive. Oh God. Yeah, that was an experience, honestly. And then the other time he tried, and I just didn't wake up, so I had to pay 25 quid for nothing because he just left. Because obviously I was just
I get free driving lessons, thankfully. Because it's my neighbor, and he's not actually a driving instructor. He's learning to become a driving instructor.
Oh.
So, yeah, he does it all for free, and it's quite nice. Because we're both kind of learning.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was actually driving when he was doing. They call it his part 3, which is like the final test that he has to do to become an official driving instructor.
Yeah.
He failed that, so.
Can I have your neighbor, please? Yeah, these things cost.
Well, if you come up to Kelso, and doesn't mean you have to live in Scotland.
Oh,
not sure if that's a worthwhile trade-off.
I've got family in Scotland, but
I'm like on the opposite end of the UK.
It's great. We get free education, and
oh yeah. I'm from Stoke-on-Trent, the wonderful, sunny, beautiful city.
I'd say anywhere in the UK is sunny.
Yeah, if you're rich. Rich in London, I'd be like, hell yeah. It's raining. I don't have to deal with that. I'll hire a car. But yeah. Damn, F1 game really doing us dirty today, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're getting ready to go.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Basically doing a little podcast.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
The continuation of the Red Flag podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
Had that before. Yep, there's the 30-second countdown going, so.
Very nice. I'm looking forward to getting underway here.
I've almost
Tang-
forgotten what happened in qualifying.
I just had Tango go in my eye. So I believe we had. Let me go through this again for anyone who's just joined us or forgot, like we may have. I forgot where that was put now. Was it in live chat? Yeah.
Yeah, live stream chat.
So we have
But-
Deadeye in P1, Matimumu P2, Donut Hole on his debut in P3, very impressive. Fourth place we have Dasher, fifth Numbers, sixth JH13, seventh Callum Teasdale, eighth BUSR, ninth Jariki, 10th we have Atcher, 11th Abroad Genie, 12th TKO, 13th Mad Dog, and 14th The Games Geek. That is your lineup for Bahrain.
And all of those places are within 1.5 seconds of each other, which is very impressive.
Yeah. It was a great qualifier, and if you missed it, you will have to go back in the VOD.
Watch it
But
when it goes
only
up on
after
YouTube.
you watch the race.
Oh, or watch it on the YouTube.
Yep. The
Hashtag
race
plug,
replay
BUSR.
should be up on Monday, Tuesday? One of those two.
Okay, so make
There's
sure
a
to.
calendar posted somewhere. Where did we put that again? Highlights chat?
And then the highlight should hopefully be done by next weekend.
Yep, Doom, no pressure.
I'm doing it with half a headphone basically because my headphones are broken.
Oh, it's not the equipment, is it?
Nah.
The
I'm sure
Whatever.
we'll get some good highlights going after this.
Oh yeah,
This should be very exciting.
I'm
Lots of
thinking.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
I'm thinking. P. It's the first race. You're excited. I think we're gonna see a few more mistakes, maybe nerves, and we're gonna see some people maybe going for those moves. But then you'll have the other end of the spectrum, people playing safe. It's not won in the first race. But I'm excited. Have we got the same sort of headphones on going here?
Oh yeah. I've got
bad.
the Pro X. What do you have?
I don't know. It was on sale.
It looks the same but black.
Yeah, it's got like a felt material as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, but they do the job.
Yeah, it looks like we're just about ready to go. Countdown's
Okay.
hitting 0 right now, so I guess I'll leave you two to it. Best of luck and enjoy the race, everyone.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get into it.
All right. I'm actually just gonna grab a piece of paper so I can make notes of good times. Oh, I know we're away already. Nice.
I believe this is the formation lap.
Ah.
So, Doom, do you want to do the start, or who are we going to give the honor?
I don't mind.
Always kind of wanted to do a crafty. It's a lights out and away we go. Okay, so you will see the top 11 are starting on softs. So, and the bottom, 12th to 16th here, on the medium tires, which is kind of what you want to do on free tire choice. Abroad has gone for the softs as well, even though he has free tire choice, and he may get an advantage over the likes of BUSR, Jariki, and Atcher, as they will be on their qualifying tires. The top 10 must use the tire they qualified the fastest on. Anyone below that has free tire choice, and you have more room for an alternate strategy. If I was abroad personally, I would have gone the mediums, but maybe he's going to make it work. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, maybe going to try to get a few quick laps in at the start and then change tires when he's ahead.
Yeah, I think he might be looking to just go in for it, go in for the kill, make those early moves whilst everyone's still on those more worn tires. And you should be able to go a few more laps ahead as well. So, giving him fresher tires towards the end of the race. As I'm interested to see what Donut is like in the race. His race pace will be should be interesting to see. Again, numbers up in 5th. That's very good from him. Dasher in 4th. Can any of them make these crucial moves? You don't want to let Deadeye get away, because once he's away, you won't see him again. So they're lining up on the grid now. Deadeye from Matimumu. Donut Hole. Dasher.
Wonderful
numbers.
physics there, going right through the car.
This is so close to real life. We missed the tire strategy, but it doesn't matter. No one really follows the game once. Drivers are very good now at keeping their tyres good. And we're waiting for the lights. They may be desynced, but I'll do my best. Counting down. 5 lights. And they're out! And Deadeye seems to get a good start here. Matimumu holding position. Oh, there's a big crash. There was an entire front wing off that Alfa Romeo. But heading into turn 1, Deadeye keeps the lead. It looks like Donut Hole is going side by side with Matimumu. Matimumu maintains position with Donut Hole. JH13 gets ahead of Dasher down in 5th. We have a 3-second time penalty for Wilson as they head now into turn 4. It is Deadeye, Matimumu, Donut Hole, JH13 from Dasher. And Dasher will be looking to regain that 4th place there from JH13. And I believe it was BUSR or the Games Geek who had an incident there at the start. That is not what you want.
No, not at all. They'll have to make a pit stop on the first lap, which will set them back very far in the field. And it will be quite a tough climb back up.
Oh, it will. And you know how long these pit stops takes with a broken wing. It feels like forever. He's going to be praying for a safety car. But everyone else seems to be keeping it clean. I wish I saw what happened there. Maybe someone was just staying still at the start, or someone got squeezed as they were trying to go 3 wide. That's really unfortunate for him, and not the start he would have wanted. We have Numbers, who fell down to 7th, I believe, chasing down Jareki. We can see JH13 has made up 2 positions. Jareki's had a great start. Numbers has unfortunately fallen down 2 positions, as Dasher's fallen down 1. Deadeye, of course, gets the fastest lap.
Deadeye making a good gap there between him and 7th place.
He is. That is Matimumu and Donut Hole. Falling off there. Did Numbers make a move on Jareki? Great move on Jareki. Unfortunately, the F1 game said, no, you were not going to see this. But I assume it's a great move, as Jareki will be looking to fight back. Most likely plummeting that ERS. You just want these early positions. You want to... This is when you can make up the most. Jareki, will he be looking to go 2 wide here? No. Okay, that's very smart. Good job.
We can see there's 2 people in pit.
Yeah, Callum teased down BUSR, so I assume Callum had damage as well. A Broad Genie seemed to go for a bit of a dive bomb there. And now remember, DRS doesn't get activated until lap 3, so keep those wings closed for now. Broad Genie really looking to make up these positions early.
And Deadeye just keeps building the gap there, looking to make a very strong and confident race for himself here.
Yeah, 2 seconds after 2 laps. That is very impressive. Donut Hole is not far off Matty, though. That'll be a battle that I'm interested to see. As we seem to have a bit of a 3-way battle here. As Deadeye gets the fastest lap again. Wilson with a 3-second penalty. Corner cutting at Bahrain.
Must have been the first corner.
As a Broad Genie goes down the inside here. They make the move from Atcha sticks in the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact. And now you will have DRS. They both get it. It's neck and neck here. Who gets latest on the brakes? It is a Broad Genie. Great on the brakes there. Honestly, a great move, but will Atcha come back? You kind of want to slot in here. You do not want to go too wide into Sector 2. So he's out. Virtual safety car. Everyone must reduce their speed to keep the gaps in the corner. He did. Where do we know where he crashed? Oh, so it appears that on turn 2 he has spun the rears too much and gone into the left wall. He has done a Mazepin, unfortunately for him. But you say that he's done a Mazepin, that is very easy to do. I can say that I've fallen victim to that. TKO leaves maybe an internet connection issue. But I am impressed by Deadeye. He's got the perfect start he wanted. He's really building that gap. A Broad Genie actually seems to be an interesting fight as well. What did you think of that start, Doom?
I think that start had a lot more action we might have anticipated, but it looks like for everyone else but Cullum and BUSR, it's going really good.
Yeah, some unfortunate incidents there, and of course Dowie being out there. And green flag, we are racing. JH13 wasting no time on Dasher. Or unless Dasher was making the move. JH13.
The safety car might have allowed for Callum and BUSR to catch up a little there. Has Gamesgeek spun? He's lost a lot of time there.
Gamesgeek down. He must have. Same place as Dowie. Damn, that corner really seems to be taking a fair share of victims this race. But coming back to this battle, JH13 and Dasher. Going into the turn 10, again, you do not want to put your wheel too much in the inside. Take it easy.
Very clean corners.
Very nice. Yeah, going back to the virtual safety car, you do not make up any time as you must all maintain the same speed in the same gap. So it's effectively neutralizing the race. Whereas the normal safety car will bunch everyone up and you restart like that. As TKO is out on the fabled turn 13 today. As you will have a bunch of people heading into the pits. It's a free pit stop. We have a full safety car. Turn 13 strikes again. This will give BUSR, Teasdale, the Gamesgeek perfect opportunities to catch up here. This is a lifeline. They've already made a pit stop, so they don't need to. And a shame for TKO there. But not a easy mistake to make, honestly. That curb is broken.
You can see a lot of people are taking advantage of the safety car to go for a pit stop.
Yes, we have. So Deadeye's opted for the soft. If we could get tires up, that'll be interesting to see. Dasher on the mediums, so he might be planning to go longer into the race. Okay, so that's actually quite interesting. The top three have opted to go in for the softs. Are they still on their alt soft?
I think they are.
They didn't pit.
No.
They must have been past. Oh, they must have been past the pit entry. Dasher was the first one into the pits. He is in prime position here. He could. Yeah, numbers on the hards as well. He could make it to the end of the race easily. Dasher maybe could on a stretch. He would have to take a lot of care. But yeah, that really offers Dasher and Numbers a great opportunity in this race. I mean, Numbers definitely might have to pit again.
BUSR has also opted for the hards. Don't know if that was mentioned.
Yeah, I think he might have already done that before. He's had his incident. He's thought, I've got to stick on the hards.
I mean, he'll have to go a bit slower, but he can make up time when others have to pit instead of him.
Oh yeah, he's catching up to the back of the pack now. Does anyone peel in? Yes, they do. That is Donut. So our third place driver taking the risk. He's going to have to get through a lot of traffic. Quite an interesting decision there from Donut. In third place.
It looks like he's gone for the mediums as well.
He has, and he is now at the back of the pack. Maybe this will pay off. It's all a bit of a gamble, really. If there is not a safety car, then maybe it will pay off, but he has a lot of traffic to get through. And bear in mind, most of the people in front of him also haven't pitted, so he's going to have to get through them on track. Also have pitted, sorry. That's what I meant to say. So safety car should be in soon. Mad Dog, look at that. He is having a mad race, up 10 spots. Wilson,
yeah,
up 12
Deadeye
position.
seems to have slowed down a little bit now, because of that safety car. So all of these gaps are now like getting closer. It'll be very interesting once the racing resumes to normal. Maybe Massimu will be able to overtake.
Yeah, Matimu could really make an opportunistic move up into the inside. I mean, they should still be okay on these 5-lap-old softs. Of course, a few of these laps now have been... You're going slow, you're not wearing them out as much, but you want to be warming them up now. As the safety car should probably be coming in. And we're looking quite good for penalties. Only Wilson there with the 3 seconds, but that 3 seconds could be the difference between a podium and not a podium. That's how close this field is. As I believe safety car is coming in now. Deadeye opting to... He's keeping normal pace. When will he set off here? I think he's already gone. He's gone. He's caught the jump. I think he's done a great job here. Ready the gap to Matty. 3/10. Oh. Matty seems to be right behind him. Will he make a move into the first turn?
SDRS open.
Mad Dog is also there. He
didn't
stays
quite get ahead.
Yeah, he didn't. He had the inside, then opted to move outside. I think that was just great driving from Deadeye there. As JH13 has overtaken numbers. And not too crazy of a restart. A broad genie. Will he get it around the outside of numbers? He sticks it in. Numbers surely gonna have to back out. A great movie from a great move from a broad genie. He's making the moves today. He loves that turn 4. JH13 around the outside into turn 10. Wow. Round of applause to JH13. Yeah, that was absolutely perfect braking into one of the hardest braking zones on the calendar. Atcha looking to get numbers now. As we see, Dasher has now overtaken Wilson. He's also on a 3-second penalty. Wilson will be looking to make a move back. Yes, round the outside. They make it stick. No, Dasher just about gets the better traction out of the final corner. I don't think DRS will be enabled until lap 9.
Everybody is so incredibly close that DRS could really make a difference for them right now.
Yeah, we could really get a DRS train going here. No moves that I'm seeing into turn 1. Oh, yeah, into turn 2 and 3. I think that was Callum Teasdale.
Looks like Deadeye is pulling away again slowly, but Matty is also pulling away from Mad Dog there.
Yeah, they're really creating a gap to the rest of the pack. Here we have Donut, who was in 3rd place. He has now overtaken BUSR. And, you know, I don't think this strategic call will pay off for him. I mean, he's only made it 1 spot. He wants to be getting through a lot quicker to catch up to the front guys again. As I believe Numbers has overtaken the Games Geek. Down there into turn 11. There's a lot of cars here.
Yeah.
Very close racing towards the tail end of the points paying positions. Of course, in the BUSR, everywhere is a points paying position.
And there's a double overtake. Games Geek slipping down to 13th.
Yes, he's not had the greatest of safety car restarts, unfortunately. As Donut, I think he clipped too much curve there and just lost a bit of momentum. But I think he'll be dumping his ERS right now, looking to make a move on Jareki. As we have the 2 alphas fighting at the back. Yeah, Bazza does overtake the Games Geek, who has not had the greatest of restarts. Jareki does get Atcha. Donut gets Atcha now. DRS is open. Bazza is now in the mix. Yeah, Bazza on the inside of Atcha has been swamped. Of course, all the other cars have had DRS. I don't think I saw Atcha's wing open there, so very unfortunate for him, as a Broad Genie has a little look up the inside of JH13. Not quite sure of doing that.
towards the front, we can see that Mad Dog has now slipped into 4th place quite a while now. Quite a while ago now. And the top 3 places are building up quite the gap.
They are. I mean, if you look at the mini-map right now, you can really visualize the gaps here. Deadeye getting away from Matty, who has also got quite a big gap to Dasher. They really just want to get away so they don't encounter too much traffic when they do have to make their mandatory pit stop. As I think the Broad Genie is continuing his charge through the field. Oh! Wow, that was close. I don't think that was the move to make. He thought about sticking a wheel up the inside there. That could have been pretty ugly there. As we have DRS again. Will JH13 be making a move onto Wilson? Not quite close enough. He'll be thinking about now getting the great traction out of 2 and 3 for the next DRS zone. Hopefully making a move into 4. Down the inside now, late on the brakes. Can Wilson hold on? Nope. JH13 gets it. A very nice, clean pass to bring him up to 5th. And BUSR has a 3-second time penalty. Dasher has left the session. Oh no. Dasher in 3rd and podium paying position has unfortunately been disconnected. As we have Donut up to 11. Okay, he's making some progress now. Maybe
BUSR has a 6-second penalty. That will, unless he can really pull away here, that'll most certainly be a last place, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's really going to have to make sure to pull away because 6 seconds is going to, like, say you were in 7th, that'd bring you down to 11th. 6 seconds really makes all the difference, and he'll be kicking himself a bit, I think, for just about extending the track. And Dash is just getting swamped. Obviously, the AI will be controlling him now. I think he's back now, and he'll be disappointed to see he's down in 7th, which moves Mad Dog up to 3rd. I say that, JH13 takes that spot away from him. JH13 for the podium positions. A Broad Genie making crazy progress. Almost went into the back of Wilson there. I think he'll be looking to, again, get a great X out of here. Activate the DRS. Goes into the inside. Oh, and Wilson turns in quite harshly on him, but they are out of it clean. I think there may have been a bit of contact. A Broad Genie does not get this place. Good defending from Wilson. But he does make a move into turn 8. That was a very nice overtake there in the inside. Not really an overtaking place. But he's made it work. On fresher tyres, as we can see now. So I think the Broad will be definitely using the maximum of his new tyres to be overtaking those who have tyres that are twice as old.
Yeah, and I think Deadeye and Matty will have to pit soon. They've been on the same tyres for 10 laps now.
Yeah, those softs cannot be feeling great, but you know, if you're Deadeye, you're making a lot of progress. Why not just keep going? Why not keep going? Maybe a safety car will appear, and that is a free pit stop. You stay in first. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out as Donut carries on, continues looking, then progress through the field. I wonder if he's thinking that he made the wrong call right now. As he looks to make a move on numbers. She defends that very well, going into the 2 and 3. The Donut will have DRS again. We have a yellow flag, turn 1. One seems to have fallen victim to that same corner, but oh no!
There was a bit of contact there, and then he just slipped.
Oh, and that's BUSR, as if he couldn't have had worse luck. He spins there, so that was contact on the inside.
Yes.
Very unfortunate. I was preoccupied with someone who was off turn 1. But the race carries on. We are still going racing. Let's hope BUSR doesn't have any damage. He'll definitely be looking to climb up again. Made good progress because he was quite far behind before. Obviously, we have to fight for P6 Wilson from Dasher from Teesdale. Dasher will want to be on the charge. He was in P3 as we have another yellow flag at turn 13. The fabled curb strikes again. Looks to be okay.
BUSR might not finish in last place now. If he can just stay ahead a bit of Archer, then he has a chance.
Yeah, as Dasher and Teesdale. Teesdale looks for the double overtake. Very opportunistic move there. Now we have the two Red Bulls who have swamped Wilson into turn 1. A great move from Callum. We'll be able to make a move here into turn 4. No, but Wilson is looking for it down the inside. Just a bit of contact there, I think. But, wow, the Red Bull's really teaming up on Wilson there. I don't think he'd be too happy about that. An opportunistic move from Callum Teasdale, to say the least.
BUSR really trying his best there. He's overtaken numbers. She slipped down to 12th place now.
Oh, I believe she must have had an incident then, as Atcher did it as well. He was running in the top 10. If I can remember correctly. But look how close everyone is here. From 4th down to 8th, we have a train of cars looking to get the better positions, and maybe even a podium if Matty, JH13, or Deadeye made a mistake. I mean, Deadeye is clear. We have barely seen that man, and I don't think anyone else has seen him. He is just blown away. Oh, speak of the devil, he is in the pits now. I think Matamumu will copy that strategy, as Donut Hole will be looking to make a move on Jaraki. I think Deadeye and Matty will kind of fall into a similar position as Donut here. Well, Donut's strategy is actually put him ahead of the net runners, the net P1 and 2. But again, they will be on much fresher tires. As Donut, he did make the move onto Jaraki there. Very nice. He's making good progress now, and I think he may be proving me wrong. As the Red
Numbers
Bull
has gone into the pit as well, probably to repair damage. If there was an accident, then would have most certainly caused damage if she's lost that much time.
Yeah, we must have missed that. Definitely some front wing damage, I assume. Unless she didn't pit yet. But Mad Dog, he's going to have to defend like mad. Because he has got Dasher, Callum, Wilson. Oh, Wilson spins into turn 10. He catches it, though. A good save from what could have been a very bad accident. I seem to have a curse at the moment. As Donut in 7th is catching up to this pack. Jaraki is catching up to this pack. And Mad Dog has been overtaken by Dasher. He now falls down to 4th. And Dasher has made an amazing recovery up to 3rd place here. After disconnecting.
It's looking pretty strong for GH13 right now. Taking, with no cars ahead now, making a pretty big gap between himself and Abroad Genie.
He is, yeah, and that was a bit of contact from Donut and Wilson there. I wonder what was going on. As Wilson heads into the pits, I wonder if he could have sustained damage or if his tyres are now very worn down. As does Teesdale pits, so these guys might have not pitted under the first safety car. Donut up to 6th. So I believe JH13 still has to pit. I'm not quite sure of the tyre situation. But he has got a fair gap to Abroad. Yeah, so he has actually done one stop. And it would take something special to get these tyres to the end. But it is doable. But will he be able to...
Might not be with the results he'd want, though.
Yeah. It's a question of, will Deadeye now be able to use these fresh mediums that only have to do 14 laps to catch up with JH13. I mean, the pace of Deadeye has been unreal today. Look, he's already caught up to the back of Donut. I think he'll be disposing of him soon. Donut's tyres 8 laps old. As you can see, Baz's falling off. He's got 12 lap old hards. They will not be feeling great already. Although obviously the hards lasting longest, the mediums being, you know, medium. They last a while, but they're also quicker than the hards. And the softs will wear off pretty quickly. The Deadeye must be feeling nice on these fresh mediums now. Those old softs could not have felt great. As Mad Dog and Jareki do decide to pit. Get some fresh
Deadeye
mediums
back into
on.
4th.
Yeah, Deadeye already back up to 4th. He's got Dasher, Abroad, and JH13 in his eyes. Disposes of Donut Hole. But will Dasher, Abroad, Genie, JH13 pit again? And Donut Hole could still be in for a podium.
Matamu not catching up as fast as they'd want, maybe. But they still have plenty of time to get back up to pole.
Oh, indeed. Depends how quick he can dispatch of BUSR, who's on those 12-lap-old hards. I mean, he just, if he gets stuck in the middle sector, that could cost him a lot of time, so he'll be hoping to find him in one of the DRS straights. As I think he's just, he's a second off now from being able to activate DRS. I mean, with these brand new mediums and the speed of Matty, could he have DRS already by the start finish on this lap? The gap's not going down. In fact, it's kind of remaining around the same here for Matty and BUSR. It looks like BUSR may hold on another lap. No DRS for Matty. As we have Abroad Genie now in the pits.
They'll put Deadeye up to 3rd again, gaining that pole position back.
It will. Deadeye and with the fastest lap on the brand new set of mediums. Now only 5.8 seconds off of Dasher. Donut Hole has already dropped 2 seconds from Deadeye. Really just shows the race pace he has. Matty Mumu still behind BUSR. He's closed the gap by about 3/10 now. So he's going well. So Jareki has come out on the mediums, as has Mad Dog. And this will currently be a fight for P10. Or maybe they'll want to keep it clean. You're on a fresh set of mediums. You want to catch up to the rest of the pack. I don't think you don't want to be spending too much time fighting just yet. Speaking of fighting, Callum Teasdale and the Abroad Genie going at it. They have also just pitted. Well, I believe Abroad did. I'm not 100% sure about Callum. But Callum seems to be on the offensive. Ooh. See, you could tell he took a slightly tighter line there. Yeah, Callum did pit just a lap before Abroad. So this is essentially an equal fight, and Callum really on the offensive here.
JH13 and Dasher will need to pit soon. Their tyres are getting pretty old there. I think I saw 11 laps.
Yeah, and I think, as you said that, JH13 is in the pits, giving Dasher the lead. As Matty Mumu is now finally up to BUSR. I bet he's getting sick of looking at that Alfa Romeo.
Oh, and Matty goes up to 4th in one go.
After JH's pit and overtaking BUSR. That is 2 positions for Matty. He now has that Aston Martin in his sights. Obviously, not forgetting that he is on brand new tyres. But BUSR is not backing down. And he has the DRS. Doesn't quite think the best of it. And will slot in. I think Games Geek must have had a little issue there. As we have a big fight here for what is P6. We have Atcha, Abroad, Callum, and JH13 fighting for P6. This is going to be good. Do we have... Oh, was that Atcha? Atcha must have spun on one of the outside curbs. No. That's so unfortunate for him. And he is missing an end plate. Oh, no. Tragedy for the Ferrari, for Atcha. As he was just fighting for 6th place, he catches the curb on the outside. Spins breaking his front wing. That is most of the time a DNF, so luckily not that, but either way, he's not going to be happy with himself there. So, the battle for 6th now, Abroad Genie, Callum Teasdale, and JH13. All on equal tyres. And Dasher gets the fastest lap and leaves the session. Impressive to get a fastest lap there, though. I think he's on old tyres.
I believe so, maybe.
Wow, what a race! What kind of race could Dasher have had if he hadn't had these disconnecting issues? As Deadeye will now just phase right through him. No issue there. The AI are quite slow.
Matty's catching up to Donut now. Not long until he's back on pole, I think.
Yeah, he will be on the podium spots for sure, especially now with Dasher. Oh, that's just heartbreak. He's been running really well today, and he's just been having really bad luck with these disconnects. It's JH13 onto the back of Callum Teasdale. He will have the DRS. It looks like he got a great exit. Not too often you see him move. He kind of thought about it, thinks the better of it. He'll be wanting to wait until the start-finish straight. You know, that heavy braking zone gives you much better opportunity to be late on the brakes and make a cleaner move. As Dasher is back, he's going to be like, what the hell? This internet sucks. Yeah, and he goes into the pits as well, along with BUSR, who was on the hards. I think he could have made them last, but they must have been feeling terrible.
Could switch to softs now, maybe, and try to finish the race on those.
Yeah, I think he'll be wanting to do that. Could we see a great charge from Dasher? Up to maybe P5, but we'll see the gap when he comes out of the pits. As we have Teasdale and JH13, they've been scrapping for a majority of the race. The Broad seems to be a bit away from this battle now. Don't want to be wasting too much time with each other. They'll let a Broad get away. I think they'll just slot in now. JH13 is on 1 lap old tyres. Broads is also only on 2 lap old. As Dasher did go onto the softs that are already 5 laps old, so he must have put on an old set of qualifying tyres.
Deadeye is back on first position there. Matty trying to catch up to Donut.
Yeah, Matty is now very close. As Numbers is coming onto the back of Wilson, who has a penalty, so Numbers could stay behind. But I think she'd want to overtake and try and catch up to Dasher now. Try and make something more.
Deadeye really building that gap between him and Donut.
Yeah, 6.8 seconds. That is great pace, but I've got to give it to Donut. He has made those mediums last since that lap 6 safety car. Well, it ended lap 6, so lap 3. So I think most likely he'll end up with a 3rd position here. As JH13, he was ahead of Callum Teasdale, yeah. So will Callum Teasdale be making a move onto JH13 here? Not quite close enough, but they've caught up with the Broad again. As it's Numbers and Wilson. And now BUSR getting involved in the action. BUSR, oh, that's contact
there, maybe.
That could be a broken wing. It looks okay to me. BUSR, very opportune. He gets past Wilson and Numbers. BUSR on the soft tyres, as Atcha sets the fastest lap, really shows how quick these brand new softs are with the track evolved, rubbered in. Oh, that's a spin for Callum Teasdale. That is not what you want. He was so close, so involved in that battle. That could have been a 4th place. That could have been anyone's. He's going to have to make that back within 8 laps.
Seems like Matty's really struggling against Donut there. Keeps getting very close, but not quite able to overtake.
Not quite able to. He might be able to on the start-finish straight. I mean, here then here we've got a battle between JH13 and the Broad.
And Donut goes into the pit, so Matty's up into 2nd.
Donut pits. Okay, so those tyres must have been terrible. I think he will be going for the softs. Now remember, there is a couple extra points for fastest lap. And as a Broad defense here from JH13. Wow, round the outside. What a great move. The Broad will definitely be looking to come back here. That was a bit of overspin out of turn 2. To turn 4, he is not close enough, and a great move from JH13 to get that podium position. Around the outside? Great stuff, great racing here.
Even with 7 or so laps left, Matty's going to have to really push to catch up to Deadeye. But I think it's Deadeye's race here now. A whole straight ahead of Matty there.
Yeah, I mean, Deadeye has looked great from the outset, pole position, and has just maintained his lead. Obviously, after the pit stops, he was behind, but when everyone else pitted and Deadeye was clear to win. Today has
Superior
been
racing
his day.
strategy.
Oh, and quite the bump there from Wilson. Into turn 10, obviously, he was just too late on the brakes, or maybe numbers broke earlier than Wilson anticipated. But Wilson nevertheless makes the move stick. Oh, down the inside. Numbers maintains it around the outside. Great racing. I'm surprised. I'll be very surprised if Wilson doesn't have front wing damage. That seemed like quite a hard hit. Seems to not be dropping off too bad now. See how it's through the corners. Doesn't look too understeery to me. Ooh, thought about the pits maybe. So maybe some very, very light damage. As we have a broad back onto JH13. This is a great battle for third place here. I am loving this. Didn't quite get close enough towards the end of that straight. You'll be thinking about maybe the Sector 2 straight between turns 10 and 11. But at this point, you kind of want to remain close. And your best opportunity will be into turn 1. But that's not to say there aren't opportunities everywhere else on the track. We've seen moves into turn 10. We've seen moves into a lot of moves into turn 4. I mean, it's great racing to make moves into these corners, which you would never see in real life, really.
Deadeye catching up to the game's geek here in last place, looking to do a whole lap on him.
Well, that really shows the pace of Deadeye. But I am loving this battle right now. Third place, Will Abroad Jr. JH13 has been in the BUSR before. I think Abroad would love to come away with a third place in his first race ever for the BUSR. Oh, his look at his ERS now. It's very low, down to 6%. He's going to want to make a move soon. He kind of backed out of that. I think he could have made something. Maybe he's thinking he's more comfortable on this next straight. I mean, we've seen him make a lot of moves into there already. As Donut Hole does get the fastest lap on these fresh softs, traffic seems to be holding him up. He will be quicker by default, as he has these brand new softs on a rubbered track. And low fuel. Fuel does play a part in the game. And they will be low on it, and they will be quicker than they were at the start. And move down the inside, lucky to not make any contact there. Donut goes around the outside. Wow, I don't know how that didn't end up in a collision. BUSR is again into the back. He's looking to maybe make to get an opportunity here. If two cars collide or if there's a gap. Will Donut think about anything into turn 10? I don't think so. But Mad Dog on those hards will really be very slow compared to Donut. And nice down into turn 11, a great move. It was only coming, but a pretty decent defense there from Mad Dog. And BUSR's now looking onto the back of Dasher. Will he be able to do anything here into the last corner? Is all about the traction. You will have DRS, but so will Dasher. Does he have enough ERS to dump here to get the move? As Dasher is looking to overtake Mad Dog, maybe BUSR could get something out of that. Oh, almost contact there into turn 1. They all stay the same. Oh, something happened to Mad Dog there. Looked like Oversin just had to brake to save himself. That sent him down to 10th as Dasher and BUSR both moved past him. Quite a shame there. These are hard tyres. I'm not sure how old they are now. That turn to exit can be very tricky.
Deadeye has built such a big gap now that he'll just be looking to cruise through to the end now.
Yeah, 11 seconds. That is pretty crazy. And Donut's going to have to do a whole lot to catch up here. See what I did there?
Matty's in a similar position where he could just, if he just manages to do clean laps for the next 4 laps, he'll be good.
Yeah. He is I don't think JH13 will be catching up anytime soon.
No, I think we have podium position set in now, unless someone manages to spin out.
Well, if we're looking at abroad, he is right behind JH13. That is a battle for third. As we have the battle for sixth. Donut needs to get past here if he wants any chance of catching up with Callum or abroad. He makes the move. Lovely, lovely stuff. Nice and clean. Dasher. Oh, it's just his luck. He got disconnected again. Down in 11th, I think either he is pitted or the AI is pitted. Ugh. As Jareki gets a 3-second time penalty, which currently might give Mad Dog the opportunity to be ahead of him, but it's not looking like that. Although Bazza has 6 seconds, I think. Yeah, so currently Mad Dog will get the position on Bazza. I think Jareki is just far enough ahead to stay out of Mad Dog's reach. So because Bazza has this 6-second time penalty, he won't. Jareki won't be affected by him. And as long as he remains over 3 seconds ahead of Mad Dog, then Mad Dog will only overtake Bazza.
Well, there's still 3 laps left, so anything can happen. I want to know if Mad Dog will be able to catch up to Jareki, really, without the 3-second penalty.
Yeah, I mean, then he'll have to break 3 seconds ahead of him to maintain that position. That would be very impressive, as Abroad is using all of his ERS down to 2% to make the overtake. He does for the last podium position on his maiden race. He has made the overtake on the JH13. Will he be able to now make it into turn 4 without JH13 coming back at him? JH13 with a bit more ERS, opting for the outside. They're keeping it very clean. No contact as of yet. JH13 has the inside. Abroad is not backing out. They're side by side into sector 2. Down through turn 7 into turn 8. The hard braking. JH13 has maintained his position after what was side by side from the end of sector 1 till through most of sector 2. That was impressive.
This is some really amazing racing. Broad Genie has DRS here, so could try on GH13 again.
Yeah, he's very close, but didn't quite think he could make it stick. I mean, as we saw, Broad's ERS, which is your electronic power, your electronic recovery system, gets built up after braking. Kinetic energy creates that. But it is very easy in the game to get rid of it. It is a lot harder to build it back. And obviously, Bahrain being so straight and swoopy, you have a couple of hard braking zones. You don't get an opportunity to build that ERS back. And honestly, if JH13 has saved it more than Abroad, that could really come into play here. As Abroad now again looks to make a move down the inside of JH13. He has got it nice and cleanly, but don't discount the next straight put around the outside. JH13 holds on. Okay. And it looks like JH13 will maintain. This is a defending masterclass. That was great driving. Abroad, it's got to be getting a bit frustrated, and he has not got many opportunities left to overtake JH13 here, as Dasher does get the fastest lap on what I believe would be brand new softs or barely used softs. Deadeye is ahead in the distance, 13 seconds ahead of Matty Mumu, who is 7 seconds ahead of JH13. But I think this is the battle we all want to watch right now. He's using a little bit of ERS here Abroad. Again, you can't be making a move, but he has got to be thinking about this final lap. As we have the 2 Ferraris, Wilson making a move. He has got a 3-second time penalty, but around the outside. Oh, and he has caught Atcher. Atcher spinning again at turn 4. The Ferraris come together. That is the #1 rule. You don't want to be doing that, do you?
Very unfortunate for Atcher there. Could have still beaten Wilson with that 3-second penalty if not for the spin.
Yeah, all he had to do was stay behind, but as now we are into the final lap. Abroad, see, he's out of ERS. He has none. You can't even be on medium. And you see as it builds up now into the final corner, a bit late on the brakes there. I think just desperately trying to get this done on the last lap. Donut looking at Callum Teasdale. Will he be able to make it into turn 4 here? As I think JH13 does stay in front of Abroad. Donut looking to make a move. They sway. Will he make it around the outside? No, he's on much fresher tyres though, and that extra grip really pays off in the inside there. And Callum nearly actually took him out on getting some oversteer in the exit. Oh, battles all around. And with Donut being on the soft tires, who actually he has made 2 stops, climbs up to 5th. You know, after base thinking if there's a few more laps, I would be up there at the board, maybe fighting for podium place. But that all goes back to that first safety car, and you know, should he have made that decision to pit and lose all that track position and lose all that time? But Deadeye wins the inaugural race of the BUSR F1 Spring Championship. A dominant race, and you just have to applaud it, appreciate it. Matty Mumu, 14 seconds behind, comes in second. A great drive from him.
Looks like
no faults.
H13 will finish in 3rd after the big battle with Brogini there.
He does, as Donut does stay in front of Callum. That was a bit close there into the end, but Jareki does get Bazza on penalties. Mad Dog will be to 8th as well. Bazza lost 2 positions there because of penalties. Numbers comes to round off top 10 places. And we have Dasher and Wilson, who we saw previously collide with his teammate. Coming to get...
Will now beat Wilson. Oh wait, never mind. My bad.
Wilson will, but maybe that was some dirty tactics from Wilson. Did he do it on purpose?
Maybe.
We can follow up next week. I think that's unlucky. It's Acha. He's been very unlucky this race. Wiggles across the line, and we have the Games Geek rounding off the finishes in 14th. TKO and Dowie not finishing. And Doom, I think that was one hell of a race to start the season with.
Very exciting, I think. Lots to talk about here.
We do, and I'm not sure if we'll be getting interviews. I kind of hope we do. We will be getting interviews with podium positions, I believe, as Deadeye lifts the trophy. Deadeye lifts the trophy there, P1. Matty Mumu, P2. And that was JH13 in P3, which is a great result for him. But I bet Deadeye he's made his mark. The other drivers will be looking now, thinking, I've got to step up my game. That was a sensational drive from Deadeye. And I think we should applaud Abroad, to be honest. P11 up to P4. And a great race. He made a lot of immaculate overtakes.
Yeah, very, very good. And then that battle with GH13 towards the end could have been 3rd.
It could have been 3rd, but GH13 really put on an impressive performance there. And Donut, I think, he made the wrong strategy call at the start there with the safety car. There was too much traffic. If he stayed, Deadeye and Matty followed the same strategy and ended up there again. But that's the benefit of hindsight. It's easy to say now, but there could have been another safety car that helps him with that. But a great race indeed. I am knackered.
You did most of the talking there.
I was too into it. I apologize. It was a great race. Oh,
We've got Donut in the waiting room for us.
yeah, we do. We have. He's just hijacked the waiting room then. Or are we getting Donut in anyway? Okay. I would love to hear JH13's thoughts about that battle. Crazy.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh, crazy race, honestly. Just so many battles for positions, and some people got very unlucky. As I can see Matty. Wow. He drove a solid P2, right? But I think Deadeye just had that next level of pace.
Yeah, Deadeye was well prepared for this, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I think that man has been he's been on time trial. He remembered what happened last season. It didn't go too great, and he wanted to really make a mark. And this first race has well and truly done that. I think now we are waiting for JH and Deadeye. Yeah, and then thinking back, we had some incidents there with Atcher, the two Ferraris, Atcher and Wilson. Towards the end, as things get a bit more desperate, and I think abroad definitely would have made more of an impact if he saved some more ERS. But very easy to deploy on Bahrain, and very hard to make back.
And we've got Deadeye in the room for us as well.
We do. Yeah, we could say Donut. Hello, Donut.
Hello.
So, how do you think the race went today?
Not how I would have wanted it to gone. Of course, I pitted under the safety car, onto the mediums, and then just got stuck in the traffic. Couldn't make the positions up. So, yeah.
Yeah, so you had quite a good charge back through the field though. Did you just feel the mediums couldn't make it till the end?
I felt they could make it to the end, but I know once you get up there in tire wear, I think it's 70% in this game, you have a chance of getting a puncture at any moment. And that was too big of a risk for me to take because I was sitting around, I think 50% tire wear with the 9 laps to go.
Yeah, that would have been quite the risk. Doom, you got anything?
No, I don't.
Okay, but no. So if you could play that race again, would you definitely have stuck with Matty and Deadeye there? Because you had great
Yeah,
pace.
yeah, I would not have pitted under the safety car.
Yeah.
But also I do want to say something. Because Jericho just brought it up back up in the Discord. Me and him were battling on a straight, and I went to go look behind me, and my pause and look behind buttons are right next to each other. And when I hit my pause button, I was like, "Oh crap!" I backed out of it, and then my game froze,
Oh
and I
no.
lost all that time. So I don't know what I'll be able to do with that. I'll have to talk to the stewards about it.
Oh yeah, I think we had a lot of connection issues today. Dasher disconnected like
Yeah,
10 times or something.
yeah, I felt really bad for him. He was on for a good race as well, and then again, I I had the same issues back in the winter season.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can be happy with your pace and the showing you had today, though. I think you clawed it back up to P5 and fastest lap.
No, Dasher stole the fastest lap
Oh,
from me.
Dasher just got it. Well, still, I think you had a great race nonetheless. You looking forward
Yeah,
to the
very
next
good
race?
performance.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to the next race.
Good, good. Well, thank you very much, Donut, and best of luck in this race. Hopefully, see you again.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
good luck.
Yeah, I think I made the mistake of Donut wasn't racing last season, but I think he changed his name because I recognize his voice. Hello, Matty.
Hello.
It's weird to see you on this side. But how do you think the race went today?
Well, I couldn't have really asked for much more. Deadeye was too quick for me, and I mean, the strategy was good for once. I mean, the early safety car wasn't very helpful, as us three had just passed the pit lane and it got brought out. But yeah, I think the smart decision was made to just stay out and not get sent to the back. And yeah, and then from then on, it was quite a quiet race.
Yeah, I think you saw Donut actually did make that mistake.
Yeah.
And would you say that cost him his third? Because he thinks so.
I was considering it, but on like the straight before the pit straight, I was like, nah, I'd have to go to the back and still have to make another pit stop, and yeah, it just made more sense to stay out.
Doom, any questions?
I think you've asked all the questions I had.
Well, I think you had a great race. Are you looking forward to the next race? Do you think you could match Deadeye?
Ugh. I mean, he seems to have stepped up a notch from last season, and yeah, he's looking a bit too quick at the moment. So as long as I can get second, I'll take that. It's still really not a bad result. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's a
It's very
competitive.
impressive.
It is, and it's a competitive lobby.
Very. The qualifying was all within 1.5 seconds, I believe, which is maybe better than real F1 sometimes.
Oh yeah, that qualifying we were losing our minds. But no, congratulations on the P2. We'll hopefully be seeing you again next week, and thank you.
thank you.
Well, hello, Deadeye.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Good race.
Thank you.
you. Weird to not be the one chasing you down for once and just watching other people try.
I was going to say, I saw you on stream and I thought, oh, wait, hang on, I recognize that name. But yeah, no, good to have you in regardless, even if you're not racing. But yeah, no, it was a good one.
It was. I mean, were you worried for a bit in quali when you saw Donut and I think Matty pipped you, but then you got the fastest lap? Were you worried though, or did you think, yeah, I can beat that?
I was actually worried at the start. I saw Matty go onto the mediums, and that actually freaked me out a bit because I thought he could go faster. Because I thought my bench lap wasn't the greatest, so I thought I could go faster on the mediums. Took them out, ended up I could get nowhere near. So I only had one lap left to get on another try with the softs. So yeah, he went fastest, and that kind of I was like, oh no. But finally managed to put a lap together at the end, at the very last lap.
Yeah, it's a high pressure lap. Very impressive. I definitely would have binned it turn 10. So
Yeah.
it was a mighty lap. We were both just going a bit crazy when you did that. That was very impressive. And would you say just a perfect race? You got away very well.
Yeah, I like to be out. I like to be out in the front. As soon as people are around me, I start to do a lot worse. So it's just nice to be ahead and nice to put the laps down. And it worked out. Of course, there was the safety car, which kind of screwed most of the field strategy wise. Everybody ended up on worn out mediums for the rest of the race. Well, me and Matty, I think, had a bit more options. So yeah, luckily I stayed out for the safety car and just kept my head down really.
Yeah, it was very after that safety car. I could not keep track of those strategies at all.
No.
But,
yeah, I think I was down in sort of 8th or 10th, and it was hard to tell. Like, could their mediums last? And over time, I knew they had to pit again. That the mediums weren't going to last. So I knew they had to pit. So I just kept it on track and finished out in front.
Yeah, I mean, Donut was up with you and Matty, and he pitted, and it didn't really work out for him.
Yeah, I'll speak to Donut. Donut has the pace. I think he got a bit unlucky. If he stayed out and joined us, he probably would have had a better chance. But slightly unlucky.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing because I think if there was a safety car, maybe it would have really paid off.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. It can really go any direction, really.
Yeah, exactly. So, are you looking to dominate the rest of the season? Is that's the ideal scenario?
I think so. I do play on controller, and Bahrain is a very controller heavy map. So I wanted to win today's race because I know some of the other ones on the calendar aren't going to be as strong. So this was a strong one for me, strong for controller. So that's a good result. But definitely difficult races to come.
Well, Doom, do you have anything to?
Yeah. How much time trial did you end up doing for this?
Yeah, I ended up doing a fair bit. I was practicing today, I think. I managed to get some good laps in. yeah, I just feel quite comfortable on this track. Again, as I said, it's a nice controller track, and one you can just keep doing lap after lap, and yeah, it's a nice one.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well, I think
That was
that's
a
it.
good
You're
performance,
looking.
yeah.
It was a stellar performance. I don't think we ever had any doubt, did we, Doom, that you were
No.
you were gonna win that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it was on the edge. I had a few moments, but I just had to remind myself I'm out in front. Just keep it there. Don't do anything stupid, because I know that can definitely happen. My luck isn't great with these things, so yeah, no, it was a good result, and very happy.
Yeah, it was a little bit rough last season. I think you had a few incidents which kind of took you out of contention.
Yeah, a few early incidents in the season, and then at that point, you're kind of just you struggle to get back into it. But it's nice to start this season with a win. That really helps things. But yeah, hopefully the bad luck won't come through this season.
I think you got enough last season to hopefully not have any this season. I think that would be a bit unfair.
Yeah, no, I think you're right about that. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess good luck for next race. Hopefully we'll be
Yep.
seeing you again.
Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Bye.
And that was very happy Deadeye there, wasn't it?
Yeah, very much. I think he's quite pleased with himself. Practice paid off.
Yeah, that practice definitely paid off. If you saw last season, he was just DNFing or like breaking the front wing, and I think he definitely must be a nice sort of confidence boost to really just dominate that first race there.
And as he said, he really wants to get this one out of the way with a win, because it's controller heavy track, and if he's playing with the controller, then he wants to do well in the ones that work for him.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you want to really really maximize the tracks you're good at. So if you do a bit worse than the other ones, it doesn't end out too bad.
And I think that this has given him some good room to maybe mess up a little in some of the future races. With a good start, you don't need to worry as hard, I think.
Yeah, I think he'll have a nice lead now. But yeah, I guess we'll see in next Saturday, won't we?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. Will Matty be able to bounce back? Will Donut? I think he got quite unlucky, and Deadeye said he had the pace, so you got to watch out for him. And the reigning champion Lou will, I think, be joining us next race. So you got to look out for that as well.
What is next week's track?
You know what? That's a very, very good question. But I have the provisional results here. If we want to, no, that is the wrong lobby. Don't just ignore me. Oh, Imola is the next race, so that will be next Saturday. Imola, what do you think? Good track?
Is that one of the new tracks?
It's an old track, but it's now a new track.
Then I
yeah.
have never driven on it and don't know what it's about.
Okay, it's very swervy, and I think it'll be interesting. There's a very interesting race in real life last season, so I guess we'll see. I wonder. It's been added fairly recently, and I don't think we've raced it in the BUSR yet, so that'll be an interesting one to see.
Yeah, definitely. I might not be here next week though, because I'm only here as backup.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you are. I hope I haven't talked over you too much, eh?
Oh no, it's great here.
I got a bit excited through that race. But yeah, I think okay, so here we got the lobby 1 results. So that is in race results if you want to have a look through that. I'll wrap up the top 5 and you can do the rest.
Yep.
So we got Deadeye, of course, in P1, Matty Mumu P2, and these are also the championship standings now. JH13 provided any post-race penalties, perhaps. We had a few collisions. But provisional results then. JH13 with a great podium there. A Broad Genie with a, again, sensational P4. And Donut, who did manage to claw it back up to P5.
Then next we have in 6th place Callum, 7th place Jerry KL, 8th Mad Dog, not quite as mad as we thought he'd be, but he was showing some potential there, I think. 9th place, we've got BUSR. 10th place, we've got Numbers. 11th, Dasher. Unfortunate for him, he was doing pretty good, I think.
He was there. The disconnects, really.
Yeah. 12th place, we've got Wilson. 13th, Atcher. And 14th, the Games Geek.
With our non-finishers being TKO and Doey. They'll be looking to definitely make that up next season. But I think that now wraps up the first race of the season. And
Yeah.
it was a great one.
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
Lots of
So
exciting things.
I've been LTU.
And I've been Doomskull.
And thanks for watching BUSR. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.